Flash has not yet returned from spring break, but they're still giving us a lot to chat about at the CW. There is a spin-off series in the works, and I have brought in Bryan Brown, CEO Word of the Nerd, and Andy Madewell. He's our creative services director here at WCCB to talk about this big show that they have in the works. It's going to be featuring some of our favorite characters like the Atom, Captain Cold, part of Firestorm, and the former Black Canary. Who? That's a big question right there. Caity Lotz is Sarah Lance. She dead. Sorry for spoilers there. Yeah. So that's
I'm not sure, but it is comic books, so they can bring anybody back at any time.
Yes, that's one of the biggest question marks. So let's get right into it. So the characters they have casted, well, it's not set to pilot yet, but it is in the works with the same showrunners as
an untitled name.
Untitled name, but it's supposed to be a superhero team up. And which it makes many questions because Captain Cold is a villain. So let's start there. We've got all these good guys, one who may be dead, and then a villain. What are you guys thinking?
I've got two theories on the Captain Cold thing.
Okay.
First, in the current Justice League comic, you've got Captain Cold and Lex Luthor as part of the Justice League.
Okay.
With Batman and Superman and all that. So that's certainly a possibility.
Possible Justice League building up in the TV land.
And that's what I was going to go with, even though it's already an untitled show. I'm going with, I think they're building the Justice League of America. Not the Justice League, because I think they're going to keep that
that's going to be too confusing.
That's going to be the movie world where Batman and Superman and Aquaman and all them, but Justice League of America, where they can bring in Firestorm and Atom and some other characters that aren't just as big, but can still make them part of the team.
Interesting. So what's your other theory?
My other theory is he's going to be, just the villain.
Okay.
You've got the team. They're going after these metahumans, kind of like what they do on The Flash, and they're trying to race Captain Cold to get to them first.
Okay.
Maybe a potential Legion of Doom formation.
I was just going to say, could we be getting the very beginnings of Legion of Doom?
The Legion of Doom.
I mean,
awesome.
I just want a shirt that says Legion of Doom.
Oh, so do
I want to get one from the CW. I think that would be cool. Yeah, I kind of thought along those lines. I thought maybe people are reading too much into the word team up, and maybe it's really just that he's the villain and he's been cast and, or something like that. What do you think about, I think it's Caity Lotz is how you pronounce her name, she was the former Black Canary. What do you think she's going to be coming back as Black Canary, or what are they going to do with her?
I'm going to let Andy take this one because I think you have a better.
Well, I don't know. I've been thinking about it, and my thinking is, of course, it is comic book world, so nobody's ever dead forever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But now that they've moved Black Canary into the Arrow world, or kept, her there, I was kind of going with like Starfire or somebody. I don't know Starfire's full background, but I'm trying to think some way that they can bring her back to life and give her a new identity.
Now, Starfire is an alien. So it's entirely possible that they could do something like that. I don't think that they're going to make her, they're just going to throw her in as, okay, now, she was Black Canary on this show, now it's going to be too confusing.
Yeah, I think they have to bring her back and then create another identity for her. There was also, remember the TV series Birds of Prey? There was also a Dinah Lance, I think her name was actually Dinah Redmond in that character, where
she was the daughter
of Black Canary. So maybe they'll find a way. I know it's not,
I wonder if they'll bring any kind of time traveling aspect or just anything
we're on a verge.
Because she's such a fan favorite character, so you never know what they'll do. You never know. It could be a parallel universe where she is still alive.
Well, I also think, okay, we haven't really talked about the Justice League. Do you want to talk about the Justice, like the other members, the unnamed members of Justice League?
I want to get into that.
Because here's one of my theories on that. If they bring in the Martian Manhunter, which is one of the founding members of Justice League of America, they're going to start working into some of these other things as well, and they could actually bring back what was her name? The Black Canary?
Yeah, it's Sarah Lance.
Yeah, Sarah Lance, and maybe give her another thing, because they're going to have to get into a different world. They start bringing in like John Jones, Martian Manhunter, and different characters like that.
There's the three Deadline reports that there's going to be 3 major DC characters who have never appeared in a TV series. So you had some theories about that too.
Right, and see, the field is wide open.
Yeah.
Because there's so many characters, because like the Avengers in Marvel Comics, everybody has been in the Justice League, just about. Every hero has been a part of the Justice League at one point or another. So the field is wide open. If you go strictly, on the premise of heroes that have never been seen, so, we have to discount Smallville, and all those other shows.
And never before on a TV series.
We could have Hawk Girl. We could have Red Tornado.
You could have Fire and Ice, which is another reason.
Fire and Ice, Hawk and Dove. There's all these characters that they could do. But one of the things I'm trying to work into my theory is working on a television budget. It can't be someone that's a character that's really effects heavy. I mean, you can't have them.
They've been doing some pretty big
and
effects,
that's what I was thinking too. I mean, the effects they've come up with so far, they use them pretty often, but they're pretty good effects. If they find a way to do it on an ongoing basis, it might be cool.
Yeah, because I'm thinking Red Tornado might be a little too far-fetched because he is an android. It's not like a person. But they could take creative liberties with it and go any direction they wanted to.
They could. Yeah, and the television world, the shows are like movies nowadays, and they used to kind of be the joke that shows were kind of the B-list to the movie stars, but man, a lot of the A-list stars are trying to be on shows now, so I mean, they could do some very effects-heavy characters. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, and I'm also thinking, on Arrow, they brought in Huntress at one point. Granted, she was only on for like 3 or 4 episodes. They could even bring her in.
I thought about that too. Maybe she kind of sees the error of her ways and joins in. They could even make Caity Lotz.
Yeah, they could be new Huntress,
Because and then she's 2 different people.
Yeah.
You've got Helena Bertinelli and you've got Helena Wayne, was Robin for a while on Earth 2. She came to our Earth and became the Huntress. So there's
they could make her the Huntress, and that would work out really well because they've already introduced that character. And now if they've already, if there's been now 2 different Black Canaries, there could also be 2 different Huntresses.
Yeah, I mean, it's already established they're not really sticking that closely to continuity in the comic books, and that's perfectly fine.
Well, there's so many storylines they can pick. They can pick and choose 2 or 3 different storylines and meld them into one.
Oh yeah.
And
I wonder if this idea kind of came about after those Arrow and Flash crossovers. Those were so successful. I wonder if the showrunners were just like, we need something else so we can keep crossing these characters over. I'm sure if this show gets put into pilot, if it gets called for a run, I think that we'll probably see even the Flash and Arrow on these shows.
Probably like season finales this year if they're getting close.
Yeah, but my question is with that, do you guys think it's too much? I mean, I think these guys don't think it's too much. Let's be honest. I think it's exciting too. But what do you think?
Well, It's pretty much determined that Constantine is not coming back.
Okay.
It's canceled. You've got Supergirl coming.
Was that CBS?
CBS, which owns the CW. So they've already talked about a potential crossover. There's rumors that we could see Superman in the pilot of Supergirl, whether that's going to be Henry Cavill. That would be awesome.
Well, it would be awesome if it is, because again, the Marvel universe, they've done a great job of melding their TV and their movies together, even if it's just like, they brought in Nick Fury for a minute on the TV show. Yeah. So they might do the same thing, just be able to launch with a name character.
But they've talked about how they're not going to have their universes meld between TV and movies, which I think is a big mistake, but I don't think it's too much.
I don't know. I'm not a fan of that. And Stephen Amell was very worked up about this. I'm not a fan of there's going to be a Flash with a different Flash than Grant Gustin, and that just seems totally wrong to me. But I also see how you don't want to confuse. You don't want to take it from the TV to the movie. You'd probably want to separate a whole story. But I don't know. I think it's
but they can do that also because, the Justice League movie could have one Green Lantern, and the TV series could have another one. I mean,
and that's another theory I want to touch on.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go for
it. One of the 3 mystery characters, David Ramsey, in an interview, it wasn't flat out confirmed and it wasn't completely denied, but he said that the showrunners have something special in mind for his character.
Interesting.
The interviewer, I cannot for the life of me remember where I read it, but the interviewer said, is there a chance you could become Green Lantern? And, he kind of, who knows? I think that would be completely just fabulous if David Ramsey, John Diggle became a Green Lantern. He would be essentially Jon Stewart.
Yeah.
Because his background with Jon Stewart is very similar.
Yeah.
That people would love that.
Yeah, and he would basically head up the Justice League of America. Yeah. That would be amazing.
That would be cool.
Plus all those crossovers. You've already got Flash, you've got Green Arrow, you've got all these heroes that could come in for crossover episodes. Supergirl, all this, I think
it's
as
like
far
a
as
Hero-palooza.
Yeah, as far as TV
and it's
goes,
amazing.
Coachella for heroes on the CW.
Yeah, Warner Brothers and DC is just they're smashing Marvel in the TV department.
I believe so. I agree with you.
Yeah, Marvel may be king of the big screen, but DC rules the small screen.
The fans are strong and they love the show. So I don't think fans will be disappointed. I think this kind of a show will be a neat platform. If it really comes to fruition, it'll be a neat platform for them to have all these different characters instead of just the Flash, where sometimes we have special crossovers and Arrow. We can follow those storylines, keep them clean, but then have a lot of fun with another show. My thoughts, it would probably be a pretty dark show because I don't know.
Well, yeah, I mean, with the Justice League, I guess you could have one person saving and somebody else saving one person fighting a villain, everybody else saving the other people around.
And a lot of subplots because we pretty much in the Flash focus on Barry Allen's past, and then the characters around him, kind of what they're dealing with, mostly focused on Barry. But these you could have really strong plot lines with each of the different characters, each of the different heroes. I think that would be interesting. What are your theories? I want to know why just Martin Stein? Why not Robbie Amell?
Well, it might just be that if they announce that as well, then everybody knows.
It's Firestorm.
Yeah, you'll know instantly it's Firestorm. Where, I mean, they got to be a little cryptic. They have to, they can't give you everything.
Yeah, that's true.
And he might not have officially signed on, so that's why they left him out.
Yeah.
There's also, my theory is there is more than one Firestorm. So we could be getting another Firestorm. You keep one in the background, and then you have this one in the series.
Maybe he figures out how to get what's the other character in the one at the university that Caitlin Snow talked to in the Flash? What's his name? I wonder if they'll do something with him.
What do you know?
The one who was telling Caitlin Snow about Martin Stein.
That's exactly what I was talking about.
Okay.
I can't think of it. I can't remember his name. But I think there are currently 3 Firestorms.
So he could.
In the continuity of the comics, he is the other Firestorm.
So they could leave maybe Robbie Amell on the Flash series.
I don't know enough about Firestorm right now.
I don't either.
I'm gonna have to study.
I only know what I know from the Flash. I'm gonna learn from these fine gentlemen. So.
You've got Captain Cold, you've got Grodd.
So happy we're bringing Grodd in.
All these so-called founding members of the Legion of Doom. That's why I'm kind of thinking.
Love that.
The big spaceship in the swamp and everything.
Well, and then we didn't even talk about. I mean, Star Labs will eventually end up building Cyborg. So so Cyborg could be one of these other characters.
So many routes this could take.
Yeah.
An amazing amount of routes.
Oh yeah. And I wanted to point out that the article on Deadline suggested that they may not even do a pilot of this show. It might go right to series.
Right.
Yeah, I could see that happening too.
Because
but they'll know that really soon.
Yeah.
So that,
as soon as they
can do
start
everything for
showing it to
upfronts
test audiences and stuff like that, they'll know. Just like with the Flash, it was a hit before it even aired.
Oh, it definitely was.
Yeah.
I mean, all of Charlotte, who's wearing a Flash shirt because of the Street Team, it was definitely a hit. Yeah. Well, I think that would be. I could see that happening, and I think that maybe 3 would be enough for CW. I think any more than 3 superhero shows on one network, okay, we're getting.
It could be too much.
Too much, because I like the other kind of shows we have.
Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. That would be amazing.
Well, and
I don't do anything on Thursday nights anyway.
If you do a Justice League, you wouldn't need another one, because then you can build in whatever storylines you want.
Yeah, and you can rotate the characters in and out. It's got so many possibilities.
It would be too many spin-offs if they did any extra. Plus, like I said, I like our other other CW programming with Jane the Virgin, Supernatural, Vampire Diaries. We've got a lot of really strong shows. And The 100's doing quite well. So, yeah, I mean, I think 3's probably enough, but we would be excited about the 3rd.
We'll take the 3rd, yeah.
Yes.
Could be fun.
Well, don't blaspheme. Okay.
I'm not. Well, I think
the more the better.
More the better. Well, we'll look forward to seeing all of these shows possibly coming up for next fall. We're looking forward to the return of The Flash on March 17th. That's a Tuesday. Right after The Flash is iZombie. And that show,
that's gonna be good.
It's great. We're really excited about it. We have some special things prepared here at WCCB to get you guys excited about iZombie. So stay tuned to that. And when you want to come and say hello to any of us, we will be at some street team events coming up. We'll be at the Roy Jones Jr. The Carolina Brawl.
That's coming up this Friday night. Friday night, yeah.
Yes, and then our big event that we've got in the works is Mad Monster
Con. All weekend long, we're going to be at Mad Monster. So Friday night, all day Saturday, all day Sunday. So stop by and see us.
And you might get some sweet zombie swag.
Yeah, we got some new swag.
Yeah.
So
come by and see us. That's March 26th is the Friday. Dudapalooza. Wilson's Dudapalooza is March 26th. 27th is the Friday. We'll be there all weekend. So make sure to stop by and say hi to us, and feel free to write in and follow Word of the Nerd online. And you can just tweet me if you want to talk to Andy, just if you have a question for him. And he brought in these cool. Did you want to tell us about?
Oh no, these are just these live on my desk, and I decided I would bring them in just so I had comfort.
Go for it. They're his buddies. So that is all for Flash Chat today. I hope you enjoyed this bonus episode, and we will see you guys soon.